um, all about photography. So here is our presentation by Jacqueline on Cindy Sherman. Cindy Sherman was born in New Jersey on January 19th, 1954. Sherman is 66 years old. She's the youngest of 5 children. Sherman attended Buffalo State College and enrolled in the Visual Arts department. After failing a photography class her freshman year of college, she took the class again with a teacher, Barbara Jo Revelle, who she says influenced her style greatly. Cindy Sherman's, it's called Unknown, number 96. Apparently sold for $2.8 million. Well, Cindy Sherman certainly is a very successful artist. And I guess that is evident there. Her artwork consists of her dressing up as characters or just in costumes. She's the model, photographer, makeup artist, and set designer. She shoots alone in her studio. Lots of her work is based on feminism, calling attention to objectification of women in the media. Untitled Film Still, number 2. Bus Riders, Sherman's most controversial series because she practices blackface. This is an interesting group of photographs. Yes, I agree that blackface is done in poor taste. Always has, always will be. Some of her recent works. She's definitely pretty expert in sort of costumes. In Work After Work, Sherman takes on social mores and the absurdities of fashion. This is all great fun and never a boring critique. There is always a degree of pain in her best work, the sadness of human vulnerability. Turning her eye from the camera, she gives us introspection, absorption, and unassailable and unknowable selfhood, even one we know is false. That makes sense. More of her work. This is an interesting photograph because it's based off of a famous artwork. I can't think of the name of it though. All right, what does Jacqueline think? Despite her uses of blackface in her older series, I enjoy her work. She creates characters that you can seem to know everything about without ever hearing them speak. In her early photos, there's a sense of beauty with the black and white. In her recent photographs, they've obviously lost the young and beautiful look to them, but she replaces it with color and more interesting poses. Although I'm not a fan of her clown photos, they are unsettling. It's funny. Wait, where? Yeah, here's a clown photo. I saw a show of hers at the Museum of Modern Art in New York. It was a what's called a retrospective. And there was this whole room of clowns, and it was terrifying. Thanks for reading. Well, thank you very much. All right, on to our next art of the day, Bernd and Hilla Becker by Juvaraya Syed. Bernd Becker was born on August 20th, 1931 in Siegen, Germany. Hilla Wobesser was born on September 2nd, 1934, in Potsdam, Germany. They were both German. They began working together on a project in 1959 and got married in 1961. They both studied at the Dusseldorf Art Academy while working in advertising. Moreover, Bernd Becker died on June 22nd, 2007, at the age of 75, and Hilla Becker died on October 15, 2015, at the age of 81. They both worked on photography based on industrial structures, including water towers, coal bunkers, gas tanks, and factories. Their work had a documentary style, as their images were always taken in black and white, and the most important point, their photographs never included people. Here's a statement. The Beckers approached photography the way a botanist might approach the cataloging of flora and fauna. They are all the lines on the face of the world. The photographs are portraits of our history, and when the structures have been demolished and grassed over, as though they were never there, the pictures remain. I was struck, as always, by the underlying sense of loss and melancholy that emanates from these photographs. You are looking at a lost world. However soul-destroying that world was for those who had lived and worked in it. So I know that the Becker's photographs were often are presented in grids the way these are presented. And they'd all be similar styles of architecture or similar objects. So these are all water towers, and then these are grain elevators. That's another water tower, or like a water tank. I'm not sure what these are. I think these might be mechanisms for bridges there and there for lifting the bridges. I'm not sure. Silos, certain types of warehouses, maybe grain warehouses. Whatever the heck those are, cranes, I'm not sure. My opinion. I really liked the artist's work which I was assigned to. Most significantly, I love how they specifically used the idea of only black and white images, and especially the idea of not including people but structures, which brings more interest in looking at the pictures. I agree. Alright, that's it for the Art of the Day presentation. Yet another reminder, do the quiz, and then also don't forget to do the photography assignment.